Hey friends, Paul here, and recently got a comment on how to maintain do-it-yourself card shop printed card decks. In my use case in particular, tarot decks. And yes, I do have some good tips for you on this subject. Now what's going to happen, and the other question was, do you put any finish on your cards? Well, when they come out of the print shop, all you're getting is the whatever finish is on that card stock. You're not going to get any additional finish as if you were with a pro printer who's going to put a varnish layer of some sort or the linen textured finish, and that will seal your sides and edges. Not so with your card shop decks, friends. So therein lies the weakness, and I've separated this here just for the video, that corner, just to show what actually does happen with your own hand-cut decks at home. And you can check out my previous video on how to cut these, how to use the corner cutter, etc. But today we're just going to talk about maintenance. So what you do in that case is, and it's going to happen, is get some PVA white glue. It's a polyvinyl glue, acid-free, archival, and then you don't need much. And then come in here and just get that in as deep as you can without splitting it any further, all throughout both sides of that. And then gently, maybe let that get a little bit tacky. And then gently squeeze that together. You'd be amazed. What it's doing is it's basically putting a plastic adhesive protection on that corner, and they don't split after this, trust me. I've done this to many corners on this deck since I printed it a year ago. So that's tip number one. Tip number two would be to soften some beeswax, like in a candle or other ways, not so it's liquid per se, although you could get it nearly liquid, but you can still handle it to the touch where it's not going to burn you. And then what I've done with that is I will have a pool of this soft beeswax, and in my finger I'll just rub all up and down the sides and corners and edges of all these cards, and then let that beeswax cool, and then you'll just rub off any beeswax that's on there, and also that brings it into the card more, into the fibers of the card. Just kind of rub in that beeswax when it's soft. Don't go over your cards with hard beeswax. You're just going to add more wear to them. You got to soften this stuff up and just rub that in. It creates a nice finish. It creates a natural protective coating around the sides and, in my case, rounded corners of your cards. And really, guys, since doing those two maintenance things with my original Marseille card deck here, they work great. Oh, maybe I haven't. Oh, you see, like that one right there, that could use a little touch up on La Lune. So I'll just do a quick demo here in live real time of my actual card deck. I want to see. That's such a small little split, but why not hit it now, right? You don't want any buildup around your edge of this, because this is going to dry into like a hard plastic feel. You just want it in between, sandwiched in the layers of that split. See, very gently. I don't even need to press that one down much, because that was just such a minor split. But believe it or not, that small amount of glue that you just saw me repair that corner with, that'll make that corner very solid, and I really won't have to touch that again. Oh, also, the commenter was asking about any printing at home suggestions, printers at home. I have looked into this. You're looking at really the Canon Pro line. You want a dot matrix printer, not laser printer. Dot matrix, not laser. And the Canon Pro line and several Canon PIXMA models are very good with card printing, and you'll have to look at the specs. Some can print 17 by 25, for example, on the Pro line, and really nothing but good things to read about that. The inks are very expensive, and in my use case, when I start breaking down the cost of the inks and also the connectivity, because I work from a small digital device, my phone, and I don't have you got to work from a standalone computer because most of these printers now are Wi-Fi connection only, and you got to do software updates and patch updates and all that crap. And I've just been so done with that for a few years with all that kind of stuff that I do stuff a lot more old school now. I used to be more into the technology, but not so much anymore. I use the Canva app to create my cards right here. If you're interested in what app I've used, I use the Canva app. It's very good. And you do have to pay a $15 a month subscription to be able to print these out in CMYK PDF for the highest quality. It's worth it if you really want the best color reproductions. And when you take them to your print shop, you know, they turn out really well. But yeah, for at home, if resources and finances are doable for you, definitely look into the Canon Pro line. That would be what I would go to. And you should be able to rock and roll at home like crazy. As far as finishes on that count, I'm not really sure. But at least you'll be able to do this kind of stuff at home. Again, thanks for tuning in, and hope to hear from you in the comments section.